how are you doing today? I hope that you are doing amazing and fantastic and wonderful. I am on a roll with filming today. Gosh, high five me. I'm very, very excited about it. Today's video is all about the books that I have been purchasing recently. Now, I don't have any physical books that I've been purchasing. I've been mostly purchasing on Kindle and Audible. So without further ado, let's just dive in to a digital book haul is what I'm going to be calling it. The very first book I have is Cheddar Off Dead. This is the second book in the Undercover Dish Mystery series by Julia Buckley. I really did enjoy reading it for book club, and I thought that I would just go and buy the second one, and it is Christmas themed. I love Christmas themed. It says the Christmas holidays are one of Lila's favorite times of the year, filled with friends, family, and of course, tons of food. Tons of food orders for her covered dish clients. But Lila's Yuletide cheer ends when she sees a most Grinch-like crime: the murder of a Santa in a school parking lot. Poor Santa, what did he ever do to that person who killed him? The next book I have is a book club book. It was Space Murder, which we read for the Cozy Escape Book Club in May. Yes, May. And so it says, for everything there is a season. It is a sci-fi cozy, by the way. Once the star student of her training class, Captain Liz Laika is now an outcast, a casualty of family scandal, now stuck in the worst post in the fleet. She should keep her head down, but when a cerulean passenger is found decapitated and Liz is framed for murder, she has no choice but to fight for her life. It was really, really good, so much so that I purchased the second book in the series, which is Alien Ambush. It says Captain Liz Laika and crew have a new assignment, escorting the Mother's Love traveling intergalactic troupe on their galactic tour. I've already started reading this, and it is full of drama and intrigue. I don't want to go too much into it if you haven't read the first book in the series, but it is good. The fourth book that I have purchased is Hold On for Beer Life, a Sloane Krause series, or book mystery series by Ellie Alexander. This is book 5.5. I'm so excited to read this in July. It is a sort of a small novel, and it says spring has given way to early summer in the Bavarian village of Leavenworth, Washington, where Sloane Krause and her brewing partner in crime, Garrett Strong, are taking off for a weekend adventure. They've been invited to Confluence Brewing in nearby Wenatchee for the brewery's soft opening. Confluence is taking beer tourism to the next level with farm-to-table dinners in lush apple orchard, hop field tours, overnight accommodations, complete with beer-themed breakfast, and of course, plenty of tastings. Ooh, I don't want to read too much into it if you have not read the series, but if you like beer, even if you don't like beer, it's always amazing and fantastic and wonderful. The next book I bought was No Good Tea Goes Unpunished. This was for the Teacups and Murder mystery series. This is the second in the Seaside Cafe series by Bree Baker, aka Julie and Lindsay. I absolutely freaking loved it. It was so good. It is all about a delightful tea shop and cafe culinary world on the beach, and it's perfect for fans of Laura Childs and Kate Carlisle. Catering her childhood's best friend's beachfront wedding was a dream come true for sun, sand, and tea shop and cafe owner Everly Swan, and the hundreds of guests in attendance would be great exposure for her new business. But when the well-to-do groom is found floating face down in the surf, the coastal vibes of the beach wedding disappear, and the locals of Charm, North Carolina, turn their suspicions to the new bride. I have already started the next one in the series. It's Tide and Punishment, a beachfront cozy mystery. This is book 3, and it is set up during Christmas. I started it a couple of days ago and I'm absolutely loving it. It's not all Christmas sweets, tinsel, and wrapping paper. Everly Swan will have to follow a string of clues before it's too late, because no one dreams of a killer Christmas. Jeez, I love it. The next book I got was If You've Got It, Haunt It, a haunted vintage mystery series by Rose Pressey. This is the June Cozy Escape Book Club pick for the month. Cookie Chanel has opened her own vintage clothing shop in the charming town of Sugar Creek, Georgia. Always on the lookout for stylish secondhand steals, she attends the estate sale of a deceased socialite, Charlotte Meadows. But she gets a lot more than she's bargained for when Charlotte's ghost appears before her, offering fashion advice and begging Cookie to find out who murdered her. There's like a magical cat. Like, come on. The next book I bought, okay, I own it physically, but I've been having a really hard time reading physical books, and so I had to buy it on Kindle. And it's The Big Over Easy, a nursery crime novel by Jasper Ford, and this literally had me dying laughing. It's basically like Humpty Dumpty's murder, and like it's absolutely hilarious. The Big Over Easy, Ford takes a break from classic literature and tumbles into the seedy underbelly of nursery crime. Meet Inspector Jack Spratt, family man and head of the nursery crime division. He's investigating the murder of ovoid D-class nursery celebrity Humpty Dumpty, found shattered to death beneath a wall in a shabby area of town. Yes, the big egg is down, and those brittle pieces sitting in the morgue point to foul play. I freaking loved this book. It was so, so good. The next 4 books that I got on Audible. I haven't read this one yet, but it is called Number 1 in Customer Service, The Complete Adventures of Tom Stranger by Larry Correa, I think that's how you pronounce his name. No alien menace is too menacing. No galactic rift too rifty for the multiverse's most trusted interdimensional insurance agent in these 3 brand new adventures and 2 classic escapades. It was sci-fi and I was in the mood for it. All right, and then I found a new favorite author and I binge listened to all 3 of her books. So I will go over these exactly in my wrap up for June, but I love Emily Henry. This is my ode to Emily Henry. I love you, and you are ridiculously good at writing, and I don't appreciate being so seen in some of your protagonists. So freaking good. So I read Book Lovers, which had me sobbing at the end. Then I read People We Meet on Vacation, and that was also a tearjerker. And then Beach Read. I will talk more about them in my wrap up, but I mean, if I binge read or binge listened read to them, you might, it would be safe for the assumption that I loved these books. That would be a thing. But yeah. Those are some of the books that I've purchased over the past like month and a half or so. What are some of your most favorite reads that you have gotten in the past month? I would love to know. But that's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye.